Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to the EVES auction room here this afternoon, and we've got some outstanding opportunities for you here on the last day of March, the last day of the financial year. Your last opportunity to secure one of these properties that are on offer here is right here today. Welcome along to our 1 o'clock session. My name's Grant Child. My role is to simply facilitate proceedings for this session here. But at 2 o'clock we'll be handing over to my good friend, colleague and fellow auctioneer Jordan Sidwright, and he will take you through our 2 o'clock session. We've also got Robin looking after all the technology here in the auction room, and of course a great team that work alongside me. I've got all the boys on the job here today. You can tell their experience by the colour of their hair, except for Mark, of course. Now those guys are all here.
Getting there. That's oldest to youngest too, isn't it?
That's Mark over here. Oh, Mark, you're starting to get you're not time to upgrade your photo, mate. Folks, the reason that we've got those gentlemen alongside us here today is they are what I call my negotiation team. If your bids don't take me to the seller's reserve price, I'll simply put a pause on the auction at that juncture, give you the opportunity as the highest bidder to keep discussing with our seller here today, to give you that opportunity to purchase the property today. I do that for you folks because you need to be very clear. There are a lot of our properties that the buyers are not quite in a cash position, not that elite position that you are here today. They've still got some conditions to satisfy, and of course they can't bid at auction. So you, the elite buyers, the cash unconditional buyers, will give you the first opportunity today. But if the auction is closed, just remember anyone can come forward afterwards, and that does include those conditional buyers. So let's go straight to the documentation that you will have all been circulated, the buyers and sellers guide that's been around for a long time. Copies available in the stand outside of the auction room, of course, if you have lost your one, but I'm sure your bond box is probably chock-a-block full of them because we are obliged to give them out to everybody every time we work with somebody. So let's cut to the chase and go straight to the contract for sale that we work to today. That's it, you see that in draft form. It's been circulated out there in draft form. Finalised copies are also available in the stand outside of the auction room. And of course, if there's been any additions, deletions or amendments to that draft that's been circulated, I'll alert you to that when I come to the individual offering for you here this afternoon. So no hidden agendas here. By way of any bidding, I'm going to assume that you've read, understood and accept that contract that we work to, so I need not go through the fine print in there, but I will revisit the front page there. We've superimposed that up here on the screen for you. No need to read it, but you've probably already perused that. It covers off what we call the conduct of auction. I remind you of 2 important points regarding the conduct of auction. The first one is your obligations. So immediately on completion of the auction, signified by the fall of the hammer, you autograph the contract and you pay your deposit. That's all we need you to do today. That deposit equaling 10% of the purchase price that we established collectively here this afternoon. Balance is then payable on settlement date, all transacted through the respective solicitors, so a nice easy process for you. Just want to remind you folks about vendor bidding. I'm the only one as the auctioneer authorised to submit bids on behalf of our vendors. I will only use a vendor bid if I've got one person that's participating in the auction, and I will simply be using a vendor bid to work alongside you to get you onto what I call the negotiating platform, well south of the seller's reserve price. I'll be disclosing all vendor bids to you. It is simply a technique to work alongside you, get you to that point where you can continue discussions with the sellers. If I'm holding the bid at any level, disclosing it as a vendor bid, then simply you take it from the sellers through me. They're saying to you, thanks but no thanks. You will need to be definitely on the northern side of that for it to, if you want to attract our interest and continue discussions. So a pretty straightforward process. Happy to answer any questions at this point in time. Well, you might ponder a question. I'm also happy to welcome all our viewers watching via the live stream as well. Of course, some of our telephone bidders, we do have telephone bidding on some of the properties, folks. I'll disclose which properties when we get to them, and of course they're watching via the live stream. No questions? Excellent. Crystal Harvey was marketing the property at 17 Domain Road over in Papua. That was scheduled to go to auction today. Crystal identified a buyer very early in the piece, and that property, those buyers presented the vendors with an offer that they were absolutely delighted with. I think Gordon, you presented that offer.
Certainly were.
So that property was sold prior. So there's still plenty of action out there in the marketplace, folks. So give it your best crack here this afternoon, because if you don't buy today, the property may well not be available tomorrow. So moving straight along to the first offering for today, number 1, Guildford Place. Chris Royal, being the principal marketing consultant out of our Cherrywood office, offering this property that's fully refurbished interior to a very, very high standard indeed. The perfect place for you to elevate your lifestyle to the next level of quality living. The property is described as a freehold estate, 656 square metres of land, more or less is what's on offer today. Described in record of title, let's say 56B folio 414. Just 2 weeks from today's date is your settlement date on this property, folks. Of course, unless you wish for an alternative date, talk to Chris if you do need that. You'll need to do that straight after the auction. Otherwise, there are no other changes, additions or deletions to the channels list as Chris has had circulated. The property itself there is fully ducted central heating system. Well, you know, those winter months, daylight saving finishes this weekend, those winter months are moving. No issues in this home here with that fully ducted central heating system. A home with so much quality, this home is going to make you simply as happy as a dog with two tails. The separate lounge, well, that's elevated and it's nice and sunny to keep you warm during the day as well. You've got that private lawn area off the master bedroom. That's just an added bonus here at 1 Guildford Place. You've got the private outdoor living space with the outdoor fire and the pizza oven. Well, that's a simple wow factor of 1 Guildford Place. So it's an interesting section as well. It's got 2 road entrances, so something that's not a common find, particularly at this particular location. So without further ado, buyers, who would you like to say go for number 1 Guildford Place? First up for the day, who wants to start me away? Thanks for listening to my property script. $1,050,000 we're on the way down here at $1,050,000. Appreciate your start as well, sir. Having to travel in $25,000 rises from here. At $1,050,000 it is down here. It takes me to $1,075,000 now. Here's your opportunity here. First call now. Second time. Third. Last chance for you to join us at $1,075,000. Got your bit up the back there. Thank you, ma'am. At $1,075,000 we go 1-1 for you. Do we say there, sir? At $1,075,000 on the back door. The knob here at 1-1 back in front now. At $1,100,000, another 25, should we say for you there, ma'am? Just do it quickly. 25 now, 1125. 1125, 1150, your retort, sir, on the nod, he says yes. At $1,150,000 and making it 75, show you there. At $1,175,000, 1.2. At 1.2 it is here. In front here at $1,200,000 even. Do we have another 25 for you up the back there, ma'am? North to south, turn to chest, beautiful, loving your work and appreciate you working with me at 1225 or 250, do we say? 1250 it is. At $1,250,000 and making it 75, shall we now? At $1,250,000 in the front here, shaking your head the wrong way, just keep bidding on your own accord there, ma'am. At $1,250,000. At $1,250,000 making it 75, shall we? Yeah? 75. $1,275,000. I love it when a lady makes a decision on her own. Reminds me very much of my wife. At $1,275,000, 1.3, shall we say there, sir? 10?
5.
10?
5.
T-E-N. It's shorter than 5, sir. So let's make 1285, and if we don't get any further bids, we'll give you the opportunity to discuss. Appreciate you working with me there, sir. At $1,285,000, I will treat you the same record at the back there, ma'am. At $1,285,000, treat you the same with a $10,000 rise. May get 1.285.
You're at 285.
That's what I said, making 1.285. I'm looking for another 10. First call now, $1,285,000. Yeah. See what you started, sir, by suggesting that 5. Okay, I'll take the 5 and I'll treat you the same this time round then, sir. At $1,290,000 it is at the back there, 1,290,000, 95, 95. At $1,295,000, another 5 makes it 1.3. No, I'm not looking at you, sir. I don't like your single notes. Just sooner look at the lady. $1,295,000. Highest bidder gets the first opportunity to discuss at this point in time. Who's calling out 1,295,000? Second time to take the lead again. Are we in or out? Think about what's on offer here at Guildford Place, folks. No prizes for second. 1,295,000. Third. Final call for you to come back and join us. A single, is it? Or is that a 5 taking me to 1.3? 1.3. Beautiful. Thank you, sir. $1,300,000 it is. Taking the lead back at the back there, sir. At 1.3, where do we go from here? At $1,300,000. On the back wall now at 1.3. 05. Oh5 gives you the opportunity to take the lead again, sir. 310. Beautiful. Why don't you work even better now? Good strategy to keep the pressure on. At $1,310,000, you will talk to that at the back there. At $1,310,000. Once I call now, think about what's on offer here. Surely that second entrance off the roadway is worthy of another bid. Second call now at $1,310,000. Have I got your absolute 100% best? That's what he did before, but he was actually meaning 5. So would you like to clarify that? That is a $5,000 rise, is it? Making it 15? 5? 15. $1,315,000. Another 10 on top, is it there, sir? Happy to take your 5 though. You've been doing so well so far, sir. We were just getting to know each other. $1,315,000 on the back wall there, sir. Have I got your absolute 100% best? I've called it 3 times. Once. Second time for you to change your mind. Would you like to bid, man? Just trying to help you secure the property here. Otherwise, we pause and discuss at the back there at $1,315,000. Third, final opportunity for you to come back, sir, in or else? Out. Good. Bids up the back there at $1,315,000. Can you see if you can help them, please? Right, moving on to our second property for our 1 o'clock session, folks. 15 Solway Place, Janford, from our Mount Mongan area office meeting. Absolutely no introduction to the real estate market. Now, you do see Jan up there on the phone. She does have a registered telephone bidder for this property here. And before I go through anything else about this property at 15 Solway Place, you need to be aware that we do have a conditional offer being prepared this afternoon for presentation to our vendors. Just a total transparency. If you are in that position of cash, give it your best shot here today. So 15 Solway Place, it's solid, it's sunny, it's a refurbished family home there that could be described as a hidden family gem in this particular location. It is described as a cross-lease freehold SA 27A folio 1-4, being the record of title that describes all the legal aspects of the property. 13th of May 2022, Jan is the settlement date. No changes there. Any changes to the chattels? No changes, no additions, deletions there. Just a quick reminder of a couple of clauses in the contract, folks. Clause 23, the purchaser acknowledges and accepts that there's no building consent nor code compliance certificate on file at the Tauranga City Council for a circa 2016 built northwest facing deck. Accordingly, the lender warranties pursuant to clause 9.35 in the contract in relation to that deck are hereby deleted. Clause 24, purchasers also acknowledge and accept that aspects of the property structures do not conform to the flats plan. Therefore, the purchaser, as is standard with any option you are bidding on the basis you are deemed to have accepted the vendor's title as is without any right to requisition. So moving on with the property itself, the landscape, the easy care site there. Well, you swingers there, you're just going to love the outlook over that golf course there and a nice easy walk to golf. That's golf swingers I'm talking about, folks. Don't get carried away in the auction room here. A tasteful home with those lovely timber features, simply outstanding as you see there on the screen there, light and bright, bringing a spark to your day every hour of the day. You're nice and handy for the schooling, the Bayfair shopping complex, not too far away to give you a credit card and absolute thrashing. And of course, if you do get a little bit heated with the amount of times that you're trying to get your credit card around, the beach is not too far away for you to cool off if you've spent too much down there at Bayfair. So in your hands, guys, just a quick reminder again, we do have that conditional offer being prepared this afternoon. Who says go on this one? I would have thought 1.4 would be a fair and reasonable start. Think about the proximity to the golf course. Somebody starting you out at 1.4? Happy to start it myself at that sort of level on a vendor bid if you're a little bit shy. Would our phone bidder like to start me away there, Jan? Alright, I'll get it underway then with the vendor bid now at $1,400,000, and I'm happy to take $20,000 rises from here. At 1.4, we do have a cash buyer on the phone here. Your opportunity is to bid here today, folks. Well, you can take me to 1.42. At $1,400,000. 1400000, looking for a $20,000 rise. Are we in or out there, Jan, at $1,400,000? Looking for a 20 rise. Not here to dilly-dally at this level, away from the property's value, I can assure you of that. Think about the location. First call now at $1,400,000, looking for a 20 rise. Second call, are they in or out? 20. 1,420,000. Felt a little bit like a dentist there. It's a little bit like pulling teeth, but that's okay. No problem. I'm here to work with you this afternoon, folks. At $1,420,000 against everybody else on the floor with our phone bid here at this juncture at 1,420. First call now at $1,420,000. If this is the one you're here for, folks, you need to join us right here, right now. Second call, think about the Solway Place location there. Think about that proximity to the golf course. Third, last opportunity, are we in or out? Happy to go 1,440 on behalf of the seller now. Vendor bid, be very clear, at $1,440,000. Chasing down that 460, shall we say there, Jan, at $1,440,000. Make it 460 and we'll pause and give them the opportunity to continue discussions with the owner if there's no further bidding on the floor. $1,440,000, are we in or out? Simple $20,000 rise. Not hard to spend 20 grand on a property of this calibre, in this location. Quickly now, I need an answer, otherwise I'm just going to close the auction. We'll continue working with that conditional buyer afterwards. Cash buyer, you get the first opportunity to discuss with our seller here today. Otherwise, you run the risk of going into one of those multis. You don't want to be doing that, it's totally blind. Transparency here for you today. What about a 5? What about a 10 then, Jan? Happy to take a 10, make it 1,450. We'll let them talk at that stage. Need a decision, Jan. Going to call it 3 times. First call now at $1,440,000. Vendor bid, be clear. You need something on top to earn the opportunity to discuss with our seller. Second call. Final opportunity. In or out. Auction's closed, Jan. Hand it back to you. We're not mucking around at that level. The property's definitely worthy of better than that. And we're quite happy to work with our conditional buyer. Right, those negotiations on Guildford are continuing, folks. So in the meantime, we'll press on. Number 12, Windock Avenue. We've got the trio up here. We've got David, Ross, and Barbara, all based out of our Bethlehem office, doing a great job and jointly marketing this property at 12 Windock Avenue. Now, every home has its own personality. This one, the personality is quietly confident. Why? Because it simply oozes quality, comfort, and style. 3 very good reasons to purchase this property here today, folks. Formerly described as a freehold estate, 1,212 square metres of land, more or less is what's on offer, all described in record of title SA 27A, folio 802. Now, we do have authorised telephone bidding in place for this one as well. Barbara's on the phone with the buyer. Just remember that the ponga carvings, they are excluded from the sale, as are the outdoor pots and ornaments as well. They do not stay. The current owners will be taking those with them. 13th of May 2022 is the settlement date, guys. Any one of the 3 of you can acknowledge that or 2 of you. Okay, no problems. The changes to the channels list, no additions, deletions. Just a quick reminder of some extra clauses in the contract, folks. Clause 22, purchasers acknowledge that you've been advised that the garage attached to the dwelling was originally permitted as a carport under permit 8758 dated 7 December 1983. Purchasers acknowledge receiving a copy of the following documents in respect to that: A, the LIM report dated 28th of February 2022 and the council file dated the 11th of March. So the vendors will not be liable for any matters arising in connection with that carport conversion to the garage. So simple statement there, folks, making things nice and clear on the terms and conditions you put under here today. Think about this property, folks. Have a think about it. Have a good think about it. Because the attention to detail of the extensive refurbishment a few years back has certainly paid some handsome dividends to this property here, and comfort is absolutely 100% assured. The kitchen, well, that's a delight, the spacious pantry and scullery, well, that'll be met by your family and friends with resounding approval when they come and visit you at your housewarming party. Tafuna West, well, that's a top location removed from suburbia, but yet still nicely connected with the convenience of city living as well. If you're looking for a home to love, folks, this could be just the one where you will fall in love at first sight. So if you haven't seen it, think about what I've said, because I'm going to sell it here this afternoon, provided that one of you in the room here today is the buyer, or is it going to be the buyer on the phone? The option is here. So don't worry about the noise from the baby. I can't take a bid off the babies. Under 18s cannot bid at an auction, so don't worry too much about it. Would you like to would the baby like to start me away? have a wander around, sir. Baby can start me away, you just need to confirm the number. Who'd like to start me away, folks? Can I suggest 1.4? Maybe suggested 1.4 for this one, get us underway. Is it going to be here in the room, or is it going to be on the phone? We're going to leave this one over to me as well. No, you haven't all come along to see me, folks. Somebody start me away at 1.4. Then
1.3.
Pardon?
1.3.
1.3. Well, at that juncture, folks, you do know I should look to take $50,000 rises from there. But I appreciate the start at 1.3 and looking for a $50,000 rise on top now. Make it 135 over. Let's go there quickly now, folks. Let's get on the bike and pedaling now for this property here at 12 Windock Avenue, 1.3. Chasing down that $50,000 rise. First call now, we are out. Second time, third, last chance. Thank you, ma'am. 135 over. It is immediate retort at 1.4. Do we say there, sir? 1.4 now. 450, shall we say? At 1.4, it is over on the right-hand side. You don't have to wait for the 1, 2, 3 to come, ma'am. It's going to come anyway. It just comes quicker if you hesitate.
25.
25. Happy to take the 25 at 1.425. Treat you the same there, sir. 1.450. We go now. $1,450,000. It is over here, making it 75. Chop this in half there, ma'am. Just keep it rolling now. At $1,450,000 and making it 75 to 75 on the nod here. 1,475, squarely seated in the front row here, sir. Here's you making it 1.5. 1.5 we go. At $1,500,000, another 25, shall we say there? Looking at the baby, I'm sure the baby will enjoy it, and the baby won't mind you spending $25,000 of his money, of his inheritance. It's a long way before it'll be there. At $1,500,000, what about a 10 then, sir?
That's the girl.
Pardon?
That's the girl.
It's a girl, isn't it? Tell you what, when you're under the pressure of an auctioneer, you often get it wrong. 10, thank you. At $1,500,000, see, that's what girls do. So the kitchen half and slow you down. At $1,510,000, your retort, sir, at $520,000 we go. $1,520,000, ma'am. Don't shake your head that way, it's east to west. I can't take that. I need it to be north to south to help you, because if you don't, I'm going to sell it to this gentleman over here at $1,520,000. At $1,520,000, be very clear, we are on the market, we are selling away here. What about a lazy 5? Give it one more final lunge for the keys for the 5. At 5 we go. 1,525, 1,530 straight back now. At $1,530,000, it's only another 5 of the amendment, that might be the limit. You're the only one that can test it. At $1,530,000, have you got a lazy single in the bottom of the purse there? At $1,530,000, 31. 1,531. Straight to 35, sir. Straight to 35. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate you working with me as well. At 1,535 it is. Another single on top there. Break the little one's piggy bank open there, just to try that one more final lunch for the keys. Otherwise, I sell up here at $1,535,000 for the want of a better bid. We got that lazy single again there now. I wish I could take that as a bid. Who's calling out at $1,535,000? I'm selling away now. Absolutely 100% sure. Sir, have you ever heard of the term happy wife, happy life? You can spend $1,000, it might just buy the property for you. I don't know, you're the only one who will test it. Second time.
That'll make her unhappy.
Then, last chance at 1,535, triple O. It goes, it goes. Sold, here's $1,535,000. Congratulations. Congratulations. Appreciate your spirit of bidding, folks, and of course, congratulations to our sellers. Just back we go, folks. Number 1, Guildford Place there. Number 1 property for this afternoon. We left the auction room at $1,315,000, folks. Can you just confirm you've amended your bid to $1,325,000, please? At $1,325,000, folks, it's the owners of the property. Your instructions to me are to sell to these folks for the want of a better bid. On the market it goes now, $1,325,000. Your opportunity to buy the property is right here before your very eyes here today, folks. A little bit late to be doing the calculations because I'm selling down here at $1,330,000. You were the proud owners for a short moment there. At $1,330,000, you saw how long it took to come. Would have been another 5 on top. Otherwise, I sell over here at $1,330,000. When there's 2 of you in it, you know you're not paying too much for the property, especially a property of this calibre. At $1,330,000, don't let them take it away from you so quickly. Give them the right advice there at the end. At $1,330,000. 2. Please do it that way too. Very much appreciated. $1,332,000. We say 35. $1,335,000. Another one of those makes it 7, if you will. At $1,335,000, here's your opportunity now. Dig deep for that. You've got a big bag there, ma'am. I'm sure there's some more money at the bottom there. Don't lose it now.
She wants to keep it.
She would be well better to buy the house today and keep that, sir. You'll get a lot better bang for your buck than it's sitting in the bottom of the bag there. 2. $1,337,000, making it 40, do we, sir? Are you absolutely 100% sure? Otherwise, I sell down here. Could be the best $2,000 you've spent, ma'am. Brace yourself, but I am obliged to call it 3 times. First call now, $1,337,000. Wrong answer, sir. Have to sell it down here with the answer of no. Second call now at $1,337,000 for you to change your mind, sir. The third and final opportunity, quickly, the hammer's up. Don't let it come down and crush your one Guildford Place dreams, because it's going. Congratulations. Appreciate your spirit of bidding. Congratulations to our sellers. Right, pressing on through our 1 o'clock catalogue, folks. Number 2, Himalayan Close. Nicholas Maloney from our Lakes office been presenting this property. Now, we are expecting an offer from a buyer. Was hoping that the contract on their property has gone unconditional today, but it hasn't quite. So we are expecting an offer from that buyer afterwards. Cash buyers, as you've witnessed with the first 3 properties, we will give you first 2 properties rather. We will give you the first opportunity to buy here today. A property here to Himalayan Close, snugly situated at the end of the shared driveway to share all the benefits in its private corner of the universe. The legal aspects of it is all covered off in record of title 735292. It is a freehold estate, folks, 774 square metres of land, more or less, plus an undivided 1/9 share of 413 square metres, more or less. Now, excluded from the sale is the dishwasher. There's some early documentation circulated stating that the dishwasher was included in the sale. It is not. It is excluded. 35 working days, Nicholas, from today's date, settlement date. Any other changes to the channels list? No, right. So the kitchen, folks, well, it certainly features a walk-in pantry there, the stainless steel appliances, and those solid timber bench tops, as you see there on the screen. Something very different and classy indeed. That breakfast bar, well, that's a popular hub for those family discussions or Friday night brews around the breakfast bar there as you're preparing dinner. Generous lounge, well, that comprises of the double doors there that you see walking out to that nice secluded back deck for al fresco entertaining at the outdoors there. The gardens, well, includes all the fruiting trees, the neatly planted out borders, and setting down a long driveway, adding that serenity and privacy to the home here to Himalayan Close. Like I said, folks, we do have a buyer express some interest in this property, not quite in a position to be able to bid today. First call for a start. You set the benchmark and you tell me where to go from, and I'll assist you from there. I'm not going to suggest any figures for you, not going to help you. Cash buyers, disclose your interest now, or forever hold your peace. Second call now for cash interest. Otherwise, we simply call it for the 3rd time, and I'll immediately close the auction, and we'll keep working with our by outside of the auction arena. Third, last opportunity, interrupts, auction's closed. Nicholas, hand it back to you, and I'm looking forward to getting a text message probably sometime this evening telling me that you've got that property up. Alright, so moving on to the next one in our catalogue for our 1 o'clock session, folks. 3B Waratah Street. Chris Royal, the principal marketing consultant again, but 3B Waratah Street. What more can I say about location?
What's in my too?
Well, that's an excuse on its own to buy. But Waratah Street.
Absolutely.
Viewed to be one of the top streets in Matua there, folks. It is all about location, location, location. I don't say that as a cliche today. It is an absolute, genuine statement about this property. Legally described as a freehold estate, the best class of ownership that you can buy in New Zealand. 355 square metres of freehold land is what you buy here today, more or less. All described in record of title, say 67, folio 36 in the South Auckland Registry Office. 15th of July 2022 is your settlement date, and as you see up there on the screen, there's been no additions or deletions to the channels list that has been circulated. It's private and secure outdoor living. Well, that's an added bonus here, and an absolute superb spot to fire up the Weber barbecue and socialise in privacy out the back there, or maybe just take a chill pool and sit out the back there in privacy and just relax in this wonderful location. Recently freshened up with a repaint. It's got the new carpet there, so giving a bit of a lift there for your instant enjoyment. It's a great lock-up and leave option for this one for any of you nomads out there that love doing lots of travel and that sort of thing. This is the perfect lock and leave situation. It's a rare commodity to make you about as happy as a cat on a fishing boat, this probably, especially given the location. So who says go on this one? Where would you like to start your way? Would have thought $1 million would be a fair and reasonable sort of a figure to get me underway. If you don't start on that, I'm happy to start your way at that sort of figure myself with a manual bid. Give you that opportunity to buy. Thank you, sir. Appreciate your start at $1 million even, and we'll travel a nice $20,000 rises from here. At $1 million seated in the room here at the centre, it's entirely up to you here today, folks. No, just telephone bidding. Where did that come from? $1,020,000 we go. At $1,020,000, 40 straight back immediately. We're talking 60 now, and 80 we go. At $1,080,000 and 1120, 1120, 1140 it is, and 1160 we go now. At $1,160,000 and 80 we say. $1,180,000 making it 1.2. You'll bid at $1,180,000, sir. Would it make a difference if I told you I'm going to sell it to the highest bidder here today? Any denomination on top of 1180 earns you the opportunity to secure the keys. I don't know when we'll get another one like this in this location. At $1,180,000, I sell away down here. But what about a 5 there, sir? Make it a 5 on top at $1,180,000. The opportunity here, sir, don't overthink it too much because it's Waratah Street. They don't come up very often. At $1,180,000, I'll take it 2.5 bid. It'll help pay your value of property of this location to that sort of figure. At $1,180,000, I am absolutely 100% sure, sir. Even take a single if it's there. First call now, quickly before it goes at 1180 000. Second time for Waratah Street. 3B, it goes for the third and final opportunity. It goes, it goes. Moving along, folks, 226 Dixon Road, Charlotte Gardner from our Petrie office, been presenting this outstanding opportunity here today. Something special waiting for everyone in the family in this particular home here. Just pick a path to go up and either walk up or down and benefit from this instantly welcoming entry, whether it be the top level or the bottom level, it doesn't really matter at 226 Dixon Road. It's a freehold estate, 378 square metres of land is all you have to look after, more or less, and that frees up all your valuable time being Dixon Road, so handy to the beach indeed. 722047, the record of title number that confirms all the legal aspects of it. We do have authorised telephone bidding in place for this property as well, folks. Charlotte, 40 working days from today's date is your settlement date. A bit of flexibility around that. Any changes to the channels list there? No changes there. Just a quick reminder, folks, of clause 23. The purchasers acknowledge receipt of the LIM report from the Tauranga City Council dated the 7th of March 2022, and you acknowledge and agree that the vendor has carried out the internal refurbishment of operations to the property by utilising the existing plumbing and drainage connections and by removing and replacing non-load bearing walls. The downstairs bathroom was installed by a previous owner and has not received the council consent, approval certification. The upstairs fireplace has been removed by the vendor and replaced with a heat pump. Driveway fence on the west and nearest to the subject dwelling appears to be located off the boundary and likely to be within the property sold herein, and the downstairs area of the property is not consented as a separate dwelling. Notwithstanding any prior EVES advertising on the property, which has since been corrected, the downstairs area is not self-contained. The purchaser purchased the property entirely in reliance on your own judgment, with no further recourse to the vendor, including in relation to the above matters that I've just outlined to you. So just making sure you are absolutely 100% squeaky clean on the terms and conditions that you bid under. As I said, we do have authorised phone bidding in place. The superb amount of natural light floods through the central open plan living area through this home, teamed with toned roof ceilings, exudes the essential coastal charm in this property. You've all witnessed it when you went and viewed the property. You've got that adjoining expansive kitchen that's modernised for ease of use and connects effortlessly to that exterior balcony. That's where you're going to spend a lot of your relaxation time indeed. The lower level, well, that boasts another spacious living quarter. You've got that modern kitchenette, the extra couple of bedrooms down there, the secure internal entry garaging, office and some gym space down there. No issues with space in this one, shall I assure you of that. And no issues of an outstanding lifestyle when you live in Dixon Road. So handy to the beach there, folks. Who says go on this one? But just before I invite your opening bid, I do need to advise you that we do have a conditional offer coming on this property as well. So total transparency there, folks, just so that you can't come back down there and have a crack at us afterwards if you go into one of those multis. Just total transparency. But where would you like to start me away if you're in cash? I thought 1.25 would be a fair and reasonable start in this location, particularly the size of the property. It's got more flexibility than a Russian gymnast as well. First call now. We'll start 1.25, shall we say? Otherwise, I'll start you away myself. Alright, I'll get you underway again at $1,250,000 and I'm happy to take $20,000 rises on top here. At $1,250,000, I've started the option to give you the cash wise. First opportunity here today at 1250 000 for a $20,000 rise. I chase down first call. Second time, are we in or out now? Here's a great opportunity for you in a great location. Third, final chance for you to join us here today. Is that a bid here? No, just a scratch. Okay, no problems at all. Just confirming. I don't want you to lose any opportunities here today. At 1250 000, advancing on behalf of the seller then at 1270 now. At $1,270,000. Be very clear, folks. Vendor bid at this point in time. At $1,270,000, the media might be reporting a comeback in values, but it hasn't happened yet. At $1,270,000, you're buying on today's market, not predicted 6 or 12 months ahead. At $1,270,000, are we in or out? First call now. Second time, are we joining us? Third. Last opportunity, folks, otherwise I advance it on behalf of the seller and then we'll immediately close the auction down and we'll continue working with our conditional buyers. In or out? Once. Twice. Third and final opportunity for any denomination you wish to put on top to have the opportunity to work with our sellers. Trevor, no hesitations at this point in time. Happy to lift the bidding on behalf of the seller then. $1.3 million, folks, and the options now closed. Right, pressing on, folks, 52 Liberty Lane is the next one. Grace Henderson from our Kitty office has been presenting this property. An absolute brilliant Kitty location, nice and close to the harbour and reserves as well. It's formally described as a freehold estate. 803 square metres of land, more or less, is what's on offer. All described in record of title SA 28D folio 692. 20 working days from today's date. Grace is still our settlement date.
Correct.
Bit of flexibility around that, of course. Any other changes to your channel list?
No.
No changes there. Just a quick reminder. reminder, folks, nothing untoward at this time of the year. The vendor solicitor has requested the insertion of a clause in the contract authorising the early release of the deposit in accordance with the Real Estate Agents Act 2008. So, as I said, it's a brilliant location there, folks. It's got tons of flexibility, this home as well. Now, I mentioned a little bit earlier about the flexibility of a Russian gymnast. This one's got the flexibility of a Swiss Army knife, I can assure you of that. If you're looking to add value, then this property is an absolute ripper for you here at 52 Lebley Lane. Downstairs could be converted to self-contained living and adds that flexibility to that flexibility of the home if you so desire, and that's what you're looking for. You've got that grand street presence from its road. It's a bit like, I think you described in your notes to me about the property there, Grace. It's a bit like a home with a fairy tale.
Yeah.
So there you go, folks. Those are Grace's words, not mine. So based on it being a bit like a fairy tale, it's time to wake up from the dream and turn it into reality with an opening bid. You set the benchmark and you tell me what you think the property's worth. I'll tell you if the vendor will be happy with that or not. In case you didn't quite understand all that gobbledygook, I was looking for an opening bid. First call now for a start. Second time. Last chance to catch interest. Obviously none here today, Grace, so I'll close the option. What money do we need to buy in Lebley Lane? It's a great location, a very popular street, Lebley Lane. How much do we need to buy a place like this?
$895,000.
$895,000, folks. That's all you need there for 52 Lebley Lane. You'll just check in with Grace. You'll wait around for a few brief moments. Folks, if you're watching via the live stream, we did have a property last week where somebody saw the property online, jumped on it, was under contract within 24 hours. This one could well be the same. Just go onto our website, look up Grace Anderson, our Kitty branch, give her a call on the mobile. $895 buys that property, and Grace will be happy to meet you there as soon as she gets back to Kitty. Options now closed. You're welcome. All right, lucky last one for our 1 o'clock session today, folks. And then at 2 o'clock, I'll hand over to my good friend and colleague and fellow auctioneer, Tom Simbright, for another 8 wonderful properties. But in the meantime, we offer you 103B, 12th Avenue, and the lovely Terry Gregory from our Gate Bar office is the one that's been hosting the open homes and private inspections for this property here. Getting its more share of sun, this unit is positioned in that wonderful cul-de-sac end of 12th Avenue and has been much loved by its current owner over the years. It is a cross-lease freehold, SA 25C folio 1151 is the record of title that describes the property. 15th of April 2022, Terry is our settlement date with flexibility around that. Channels list, very comprehensive channels list for a property of this calibre. So lots of special added features for this one. Any changes to what you've had circulated? No? All looks good. Ooh, glad I got that one right. So back to the property itself there, folks. You've got the spacious kitchenry for all your culinary pleasures as well. Look at it on there on the screen. It's nice and light and bright. Beautifully and tastefully renovated indeed. So you've got that fabulous courtyard for entertaining or relaxing in. That brings a whole new meaning to the expression of indoor-outdoor flow. The way this property just cascades beautifully from the inside to the outside. Now there's not much to not to love about this gorgeous unit, all ready and waiting just to be loved by you. Looking for a start now. Where would you like to start my way? And I know you've got some interest outside of the auction for this one as well, Terry. Looking for a start. You set the benchmarks, folks. No, I'm not looking at a bunch of cardboard cutouts, folks. Looking for an opening bid now. Otherwise, I'll simply close the auction and we'll continue working with the interest outside. First call. Second. Last chance in or outs. Okay, I'm going to close the auction, Terry. I'll hand it back to you, but I don't think you're going to have that on your books for too much longer. I reckon if you haven't, I would put a sold sticker in your cart now, because I don't think it's going to be too long if you're going to be putting that up. A great property there at 12th Avenue, folks. Talk to Terry out of our Gate Bar office if you're looking for something like that. That concludes my offerings today, folks, in our 1 o'clock session. We'll be back to you in about 8 minutes with another 8 fantastic properties. Don't go away.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome along to this afternoon's 2 o'clock session here in the EVES auction room. My name's Jordan Sivrite. It's my absolute pleasure and privilege to guide you through this afternoon's proceedings, handling any pressing matters that come to my attention along the way. Well, a couple of introductions before we get started. I'd just like to thank Robin. Robin's over here. She'll be doing all of the technology on behalf of the auction team here. And of course, we've got Grant Child, our National Auction Manager, in attendance as well, who took you through the 1 o'clock session. Otherwise, my team of expert negotiators, you'll see them up here on the screen. Gordon, Trevor, Craig, Mark, and of course, we're going to have Grant back as well to help with the negotiations, should we get to that point, folks, and I'll explain a little further how that works in just a moment. Otherwise, look, bidding today is on a cash unconditional basis. That, of course, is the benefit of buying the auction, is that you get that first go at it, and you're in that cash unconditional position. Before we get started, though, just point out the REA Buyers and Sellers Guide. Now, you should have received one of these. Now, if you haven't, there is a copy out in the stand outside if you'd like further perusal of that before we get started. Otherwise, standard auction conduct, as I mentioned, will apply today, and you'll see that in the draft form of the contract that was provided by your salesperson. Now, that's also available in the stand outside. Otherwise, you'll see it on the screen here in front of you. A couple of things I'll point out. Firstly, vendor bidding. Now, don't get afraid of vendor bidding. All that is that's the vendor's way of saying through me, hey, look, appreciate the bidding, but your numbers will need to be north of this. So that means that, folks, if you hear me vendor bid, always well below that reserve price. And it just means that if you want to buy the property, or at least be in a position that you might be able to have a little negotiation with one of my expert team I pointed out, well, your numbers, they'll need to be north of mine. Otherwise, welcome the bidding, of course. A couple of other things, phone bidders, they'll need to be registered with the appropriate paperwork signed off, and I'll endeavour to point them out as we get to any phone interest along the way. And the final thing I require from you, if you're our successful purchaser, well done, pat on the back. I do need your 10% deposit paid into the trust account and your autograph on the contract as well at the conclusion of the auction. Any questions along the way, feel free to shoot them at me, raise your hand, I'll try not to mistake it for a bid. But of course, if you are here to buy, folks, let your intentions be seen and heard. Otherwise, we'll get started with the first property this afternoon in our 2 o'clock session. So we've got 3/38 Lilian Street, proudly marketed by Sharon Blakey and Lauren McRae. Now, such an amazing property you've got here, and if you've ever pinned your hopes on owning a slice of seaside paradise with ample privacy and space, this one could be for you. Lilian described its across lease 1/3 share of 811 metres squared, more or less. Full description available under that record of title being SA 36A Folio 704. Now, chattels, any changes to those chattels up there, Lauren? No, and the settlement down for 15 working days, all by mutual agreement. Perfect. Okay, folks, so those are the conditions you bid upon. Well, a partial facelift has breathed new life into the sweet 70s abode, giving it a modern appeal. But there's still loads of potential, folks, to add your own touches and your own flavour to the property, and that's what I really like about it. With the added benefit of being an end unit, the large sliders off the living area provide a gateway for natural light and quick access to the generous lawn, which is laden with fruit trees. Shopping Mecca Bayfair, well, that's just around the corner as well. Perfect if you're looking to go and do some last minute shopping before your night out on a Friday night. Otherwise, all levels of schooling and childcare are moments away, and of course not forgetting that Mount Maunganui beach. It's an easy walk should you wish to go and lap it up in the sunshine, folks. Well, look, this is where it's over to you. Opening bidder offer, when we start away, looking for an opening bidder offer, folks. Who wants to start? Looking for that cash unconditional buyer in the room. I'll call it first time looking for an opening bid. Any further interest, folks, now's your chance. Second time, no interest here for cash. Third time, okay, we'll close it there. Now, Lauren, what are you going to do here? Do you think we should price the property?
I think so.
Okay, vendor's instructions, what do they say?
So we're going to price the property at $799,000.
799,000, folks. That's what it'll take to get yourself here on Lilian Street. If you've got interest, go and see Lauren over here, and I'm sure she'll be able to help you out. Auction closed. Thank you all for your attendance. Thanks, Lauren. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Next property for offer this afternoon is 5 Finley Street, proudly marketed by Debbie and Shane Laidlaw over here, and what a great job they've done with this one. Designed with style and spaciousness in mind, this one is sure to appeal. Legally described as a freehold estate of 314 square metres more or less. Full description located under the record of title 758121. Chattels, any changes to those ones there? No, as you see on the screen, and 30 days or by mutual agreement for the settlement, folks. Correct? Correct. Absolutely, they say. Well, it's a people-friendly kitchen with loads of room. Flows onto their outdoors on both sides there, including a covered portico for entertaining in all areas, weather. Now, your north-facing yard, that's easy care and full of all-day sun, which is just what we like here in the Bay of Plenty. Don't be fooled by the single garage door. Behind it lies that tandem garaging with oodles of storage space, so no problem there. Close to cafes, restaurants and supermarkets, this more than meets the eye property. It is immaculately presented and ready for move-in day, folks. And the question is, who's going to be moving in? Well, that's over to you, folks. Opening bidder offer now. Looking for an opening bidder offer on 5 Finley Street. Where do we start? Opening bidder offer. First time looking for that. Second time, surely you'll see value. Immaculately presented, as I mentioned. Any interest? Cash buyers, that's the one we're here for. First time, second time, and third time. Okay, no, closing it there, passing it back to you, and I'm sure you've got some people waiting to hear from you, so that's great, okay? Good luck and thank you. Auction closed. Great. Just for them, and then we'll get started on the next one, which is 3 Petrie Way, folks, and what a wonderful property this looks like. Proudly marketed, Dirk's done a great job over here marketing this one here, so commend him for his efforts on that. A property with so much to give. That's definitely more than meets the eye when it comes to this one, folks, and I have to agree. Legally described as a cross-lease 1/3 share of 2,337 square metres, more or less. Full description available under the unique identifier SA45C Folio 817. Chattels, any changes to those ones there? No, as you see on the screen, folks, and the settlement is now 20 working days or by mutual agreement. Perfect. Outdoor living. Well, outdoor living at its best with this covered deck area. Perfect if you want to sit back in the afternoon, enjoy your favourite beverage, and who knows, maybe you just feel like getting some fresh air. Well, a great place to spend it, folks. It gives that house a little bit of extra room as well, which sometimes that indoor-outdoor feel can be so highly desired. Light and airy kitchen with plenty of storage is what's on offer here. And as you can see, folks, if you do like to spend some time in the kitchen, well, I think you'll be pretty comfortable in a kitchen like this here at 3 Petrie Way. And with ample parking in this quiet corner of Brookfield, this property, I'm sure it's going to make a great family home or perhaps an investment option. Look, you know what you're looking for. If you're interested in the property, now's your chance to tell us where you'd like to open the bidding, perhaps. Looking for an opening bidder offer on this one here, folks?
620.
620,000. Thank you very much and welcome to the bidding at 620,000 now. And say we'll look for a rise of 20,000 from there. 620,000 at the back of the room. Take it to 640 if you will, folks. First time at 620 over here at the back of the room, looking for a rise. First time, second time at 620 at the back of the room, looking for that extra 20 rise if we will. Third time, okay, well look, so vendor bid with me at 640. So 640 a vendor bid, would you take this 660, sir? No, he says no at the moment. First time at 640, 660?
645.
Really need to work on a little bit of a higher number from there, sir. A little bit too far away at the moment to be taking the 5s. Instructions are very clear from the vendors.
650.
650. I really need you to go that 660, sir, and meet me there. No, okay, no problem at all. Look, at this point here at 640 vendor bid. First time 640, looking for a rise. Welcome to come in if you'd like, folks. Second time at $640,000. Take me to that 660 mark if you will. First, second and third time. Okay, no, I will pass the property there. We'll hand it back to you there, Dirk, and then let you continue with some negotiations. A little bit of work to do on that one. Auction closed. Thank you very much. Appreciate the bidding. Well, folks, our next property up for offer this afternoon, 44/22 Pisce Par Road, and it's been proudly marketed by Naomi Gray out of our Lakes office. Great job on this one, Naomi, and great to see you in the auction room here today as well, as it is with all of you here in attendance in the auction room, and a special welcome to all of our viewers on the live stream as well, watching along. Welcome along to you all as well. Recently refurbished 2-bedroom unit with manicured gardens, tidy option for a busy lifestyle, or those wanting to perhaps slow it down a little. Well, you've got it here at 44/22 Pisce Par Road. Legally described as a Stratton freehold, or more commonly known as a unit title, 44/22 Pisce Par Road has a full legal description available under that record of title being SA 70A folio 957. Chattels, any changes to those chattels there? No, absolutely not. And settlement is down for 20 working days or by mutual agreement, folks, if you need to have that conversation after the fact. Extra large, open plan living and double glazed throughout, which, you know, folks, double glazing, some people maybe overlook the benefits of double glazing. I can tell you right now, currently living in a single glazed home, and you notice the difference came from that double glazing, and I'm sure you'll appreciate the extra warmth and also quietness that double glazing offers. Definitely some benefit in that alone. Orange Grove Village is a gated community for the over 55-year-olds with an on-site manager, which of course comes with plenty of benefits, but it means you can be amongst like-minded individuals and perhaps live a little bit more of a relaxed lifestyle, should you wish, if that's what you're inclined to do. A clubhouse and bowling/croquet green with an active social club as well. Folks, there's more value thrown in on top, and you get the house as well. Where do we see value? Opening bidder offer on this one, folks. Looking for it now. Speak up if you'd like to buy. Opening bidder offer, 44/22.
600.
600,000. Thank you very much, sir. At 600,000. Look, we'll rise in 20s from there, perhaps. At 600,000, who'd like to take me through to 620 now? 600,000 for the first time. Looking for that extra rise now. At 600,000 in front of me. Second time. Third time at 600,000. Do we see any further rise? Okay, so Vendel bid with me at 620. 620, a little bit sort of south of where we need to be at 620. Would you like to meet me at 640? No, he says no at the moment. At 620,000 now I have for the first time. First time here at 620,000. Looking for a further rise. Looking to get me to that 640 at the moment. First time, second time with the Vendel here at 620,000. Third time at 620,000, looking for a rise, sir. You sure you don't want to meet me any further on top? Okay, no further interest. Third and final call. Okay, look, what I'm going to do here, if we've got no further interest, we will close the auction, and I'll pass it back to you, Naomi, to have a little further negotiation there. A little bit extra work, but I'm sure you'll get the deal done shortly.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks very much, folks. Auction closed. Well, folks, next property we have for offer this afternoon, 26A Sunbrae Road in Mount Maunganui. Now, this property here, located in a quiet cul-de-sac with ocean views. Well, folks, what more could you really ask for when you live in such a beachy location? Legal description, it's a freehold estate of 298 square metres, record of title being SA 57C, folio 838. Chattels, well, it's an extensive list, and a couple of late changes there. As we see on the screen there, Daniel? Yes, seems pretty accurate, he says, absolutely. And also just note those excluded chattels being the TVs, including the brackets on the wall there, ×5. Otherwise, you see it there, settlement 20 working days or by mutual agreement, correct? Perfect. And we do have a couple of further terms that I'll just make reference to very quickly. 23.0. Despite any other provision in this agreement, the purchaser acknowledges that no representation has been made by the vendor on which the purchaser is relying concerning the condition of the property, including but not limited to the weather tightness or structural integrity of both the property and the materials in the property. The purchaser enters into this agreement solely in reliance on the purchaser's own judgment. The purchaser will not have any right of recovery against the vendor or the vendor's agent in respect of any such representation, however made. And also 24.0, the purchaser acknowledges that the lift in the dwelling is permitted but has not been signed off by council. The purchaser releases the vendor from any liability in that regard and also releases the vendor for its warranties contained in clauses 9.1 and 9.35 of this agreement. Right folks, back to the property itself, 26A Sunbrae Grove. Beautifully presented with a tastefully renovated interior. Move straight in, that modern living folks. Look, you don't need to do any work. It's already had the renovation done. That could be you standing there enjoying it, folks, if you'd like it to be. Large open plan living space that benefits from all day sun. And as I mentioned a little bit earlier, the sun here shines very bright and you'll certainly notice it in this property. Low maintenance, easy care grounds, perfect for a lock and leave or spending time at the beach. Look folks, that's up to you how you want to spend your time. But know that if you came home to this property here at the end of the day, well, I think it's a pretty relaxing place to rest your head at night. Opening bidder offer now, where do we start? Who wants to start us away? Opening bidder offer. Looking for that cash unconditional buyer in the room. First time looking for an opening offer. Where do we see value, folks? Who wants to start us away? Very shy. I'm not here to scare you off, folks. Here to assist in the sale. Second time looking for that opening bid. Any offer. Cash in the room. Where do we see it? Third time opening bid looking for it. Okay, no, what we'll do, close the auction, pass it back to you, Daniel. Great job there, but a little bit of extra work to go. Thanks very much, auction closed. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome along again to the EVES auction room here. My name's Jordan Severide. I'll be taking you through this next auction. We've got a couple more to come as well, so stick around if you feel like joining in. Who knows, you could walk away with a property today if you can dig deep enough into your pocket. Again, a welcome along to all of our viewers on the live stream and, of course, to everybody in attendance today. 295 Ocean Beach Road in Mount Maunganui, proudly marketed by Joseph Goddard, and great job on this one, Joseph. A substantial family home on the ever-popular Ocean Beach Road. Legally described, it's a freehold estate of 476 metres squared, more or less. Record of title being SA 68B, folio 236. Now, chattels, a couple of excluded chattels, I'll just point out the fridge, the microwave, the washing machine and the dryer. Any further changes to that chattels list there, Joseph?
No changes, thank you.
No, perfect. So as you see on the screen, folks, and of course in the contract that you would have been provided to peruse over. Settlement, well that's 22nd of April 2022, all by mutual agreement there. No changes to that one?
No changes.
No, absolutely not. Well folks, spacious decks with sea views, that's what you've got, and what a wonderful asset to have in a property when you're here on Ocean Beach Road in the Mount. Large functional kitchen with great views. Kitchen leads to that entertaining area as well, which is perfect if you've got some friends around and you're having a couple of drinks. Prepare the cocktails in the shaker, take them on out to that entertaining area and enjoy them in the sunshine, if you will. Private backyard from downstairs bedrooms. Living, of course, you've got that, and of course the location. How could you look past the location like you've got here? Bayfair only just around the corner, and Mount, of course, if you're feeling like a little bit of an Energizer bunny and you want to run up the Mount in the morning, well, that's not too far away either. Looking for an opening bidder offer, where do we have it? Starting your way on this one, 295 Ocean Beach Road. Opening bidder offer, folks. Who wants to start us away? Surely you'd see value. Where do we go? Opening bidder offer for the first time, looking for it. Second time, looking for that opening offer. Third time, I pull it away. Okay, no, what we'll do, we'll close it. No cash interest today, Joseph. I'm sure you've got some people who are very excited to hear from you that we'll close the auction, and I'm sure you'll have the deal done shortly.
Yes, indeed.
Perfect. Thanks very much. Auction closed. Well, folks, next property up for offer this afternoon. It's 17 Mauritius Quay, and what a fabulous property you've got here. Sumptuous, sophisticated, and no expense spared here at 17 Mauritius Quay. Legally described, it's a freehold estate of 460 square metres, more or less, on lot 38, and a freehold 1/8 share of 866 metres squared, more or less, of lot 75. Deposit plan being 88050. Full description available, of course, under that record of title SA 69D folio 163. Chattels, well, the word extensive doesn't really even do it justice here, but of course, you know, as you see on the screen there, plenty to wrap your teeth around. Any changes to that one there, Frank?
No changes.
Perfect. And of course, settlement is down there for 40 days or by mutual agreement. Any changes to that settlement? No. Perfect. A couple of further terms I just want to bring to your attention, folks. I'll just read those out here at 22.0. So 22.0, the purchaser acknowledges that the agent has advised in writing that the vendor or a person related to the vendor under the REA, Real Estate Agents Act, of course, is a licensee. So just make sure you're aware of that and you're well over that clause there. And 23.0 in regard to what the vendor warrants to complete as far as the following works. So at least 3 working days prior to the settlement and a good tradesman-like fashion. So you'll see the list there. Look, there's a couple of last minute changes, of course, in regards to the plaster and paint the foundations of the house where the old cladding was removed, and that will be painted C5. Otherwise, it was as furnished by Fran or your agent, and you bid on that basis of the new contract. So if you have any questions, please make sure you have seen that. Otherwise, we'll continue there. Now, gas heated swimming pool. Surely that sounds like a good option when you've been out in the sun all day. I can tell you, perfect for the hot summer days, or even a more cloudy one when perhaps it's not as hot as you perhaps like. Well, either way, come on in because the water's fine, folks. With an extensive rebuild and redesign by Creative Space Architecture, uniquely offering 6 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, room, well, it's no issue here, folks. Only a few minutes stroll to the beach and the nearby amenities. Look, I don't know what more you could ask for at 17 Mauritius Quay, Papamala location, folks. This is the point where we're looking for that opening bidder offer. Where do we see value? Who wants to start us away? Cash bidder looking for an opening bidder offer.
2 million.
At 2 million now, and we'll move in 50s from there. At 2 million, welcome to the bidding and appreciate you coming in. At 2 million, take me to 2 million and 50. First time at 2 million at the back of the room, looking for the 50 rise. Second time at the back of the room, 2 million, looking to get that 50 out of you at this point, a little bit south of where we need to be. Third time, folks, look what I'll do. I'll vendor bid there at 2 million and 50, and I'll suggest another 50 on top. At 2 million and 50 with the vendor now, and take me through to 2.1. Fabulous location here at 17 Mauritius Quay in Papamala. First time, second time. 2.1 at the back, and appreciate the bid again. At 2.1 now we have 2.1 to cash the money. First time at 2.1, looking for another 50 on the rise. Second time at 2.1, that's 2,100,000, folks. Beautiful location, as I mentioned, wonderful house. Looking to take me up to the 2.15, if you will. First, second, third time. Okay, again, vendor bid here at 2.15, looking for another 50 to get us to where we need to be, or at least in the right direction, folks. First time vendor bid at 2.15. Where do we see value? Opening, thank you, at the back there.
2.2.
Thank you very much. At 2.2 now. At 2.2, looking for a further increase there at 2.2 at the back of the room, and have the bid at the back. At 2.2 now I have first time. Further interest in the room, any further interest, folks, looking for a rise from there at 2.2, perhaps a 2.225, would you suggest? Another 25, I'll move for a 25 from here, if we will. First time, second time at 2.2 at the back of the room. Third time, folks, looking for a further rise from here at 2.2 million. Take me to that 2.25 if you will. Okay, again, Bengal bid with me here at 2.25. Looking to be a little bit north of where we're at if you'd like to have the opportunity to negotiate today. First time 2.25. Man, could we get you a little bit further north and we might be able to get that negotiation going from here if there's no further bids in the room. Again, a reminder folks, we're dealing with that cash buyer today. I know we've got conditional interest on this one, so here's your opportunity to seize the property. Don't want to be stuck in one of those awful multi-offer situations. Here's your chance. Cash today, that's what we're looking for.
275.
275.
No, 225.
225. It's 225 with me.
No, 2,250,000.
2,250,000. Go to 2,250,000. Okay, 2,250,000 at the back of the room here. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pause the auction and seek some instructions at this point. I'll be right back with you. Just going to pause and seek some instructions.
Yes.
So folks, just had to sell some instructions. So what I'll do is I'll just count it away. First time at 2,250,000 with the buyer over here to my right. Second time looking for a further increase. Third and final time, no further interest here. Okay, look what I'm going to do, pause, Trevor, just have a little bit of a conversation there and a little bit of negotiation at this point. So just pausing the auction, folks, and we'll be back with that one shortly. Thank you. Well, folks, welcome along again to this afternoon's auctions here at the EVES auction room. My name's Jordan Stivrite. Absolute pleasure and privilege to guide you through to this afternoon's proceedings. Property we have for offer here at 726 Gloucester Road. Paula Milner, she's been marketing this one and a great job she's done here. A hidden gem, privately tucked away. You'll find this living and lifestyle right here at 726 Gloucester Road. Legally described as 539 metres squared, more or less, of freehold land. Full description available under unique identifier 120475. Chattels, well, chattels up there as you'll see on the screen, couple of excluded chattels to make note of, the veggie garden plots ×2, the Arlo security cameras ×2, and the hose as well. Settlement, well that's down for 25 working days, all by mutual agreement folks, so a little bit of time to get the movers booked and pack your bags as well. Further terms, just 22.0, the vendors warrant to obtain the Code of Compliance certificate at their expense from the Tauranga City Council for the pool fencing at 726 Gloucester Road, Patmar, prior to settlement date. Beautiful outdoor living for all year round enjoyment. Sheltered by a large pine pergola, enjoy your days at the pool or nearby beach. There's no grass to mow, folks, so your spare time, I'm sure, will be spent enjoying the luxuries of life. And of course, as I mentioned, no lawns to mow because it's all artificial, so you still get that lovely outlook without any of the work. Modern in white tones, renovated kitchen looks out to the pool, and a renovated semi-ensuite bathroom and an extra toilet for guests. This property has just so much to offer. Situated between Bayfair Mall and Patmar Plaza, it's a short stroll to the beach via the restaurants and cafes the coast has on offer. Folks, looking for an opening bidder offer on this one here. Where do we go? Who says start away? Opening bidder offer on this one. Who wants to start us? First time looking for that opening bid. Second time looking for an opening bidder offer here at 726 Gloucester Road. Third time opening bidder offer, where do we go? Okay, no cash interest in the room. Close the auction there, pass it back. Looks like there's a little bit of extra work to do, but I'm sure we've got some conditional buyers who'll be very happy to hear. Perfect, auction closed, thank you. We're just going to take a quick pause as well while we wait for the negotiation on our 17 Mauritius Quay. We'll be back as soon as we can on that, folks. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we return for the auction of 17 Mauritius Quay and welcome back. A little negotiation going on. When we paused, well, we paused at 2.5 million. Now we have had an increase in bid. Can I get a confirmation of your increase?
We fixed at 225.
Yeah.
225, sorry, and we've had an increase now to 2,350,000. Confirmation, perfect, and instructions from the vendors here at this point.
Selling.
Selling away, they say. So I'll call it around the room and it will sell if there's no further bids for the first time at 2,350,000. Second time at $2,350,000. Third and final time, no further interest. It's going. Sold. Thank you very much. Congratulations to our owners and of course to our vendors on their sale. Thank you very much for joining us again, and of course our live stream viewers, thank you for coming along and attending the live stream. And of course everybody in the room, have a great afternoon, and vendors, buyers, everybody happy. Thank you again.